Hello! At InnerspaceVR, we have been teaming up with great partners, Arte and Vertigo Games, and we are super proud to share with you our game, A Fisherman's Tale.
Hi, I'm Alexis Moroz, game director on A Fisherman's Tale.
I'm Balthazar Auxietre, creative director at InnerspaceVR.
A Fisherman's Tale is a VR story-driven puzzle game inspired by nautical lore and mind-bending games such as Portal or Braid.
You play as a little wooden puppet looking like a fisherman, stuck inside the model of a lighthouse.
This model is replicated and nested in itself, like Russian dolls.
You have to use these different scales to solve puzzles, cooperating with the bigger and smaller versions of yourself, and changing the size of objects by placing them inside or outside the model.
Your ultimate goal is to reach the top of the lighthouse to light it, as a storm is rising and the boat is lost at sea. On your journey, you will meet colorful characters that will help or require things from you. Who are you? Where are you? Why is everyone so afraid of the upcoming storm?
And will you be able to reach the top of the lighthouse and escape this strange world?
Every morning, the fisherman's puppet walk inside his model lighthouse with everything.
When you start the game, after the tutorial, you're introduced in this room, and you quickly realize that you're trapped inside somehow.
So your first objective is to get rid of those planks that are boarding up the window.
He needed to find something to pry off the boards. What was it Papa used to say? Use the right tool for
that's
the right
the first
job.
puzzle, a very simple puzzle to warm up the player. But when he has finally removed the planks, and when he opens the window,
You're not in a simple room, but trapped in a recursion like a Russian doll.
yeah, he sees that he is inside a recursion of the world where he can see himself. And the fun thing is, of course, to check yourself out inside the little model and see everything from above. And there's a really cute aspect to it. So everything you see is replicated, and even your moves are replicated. So what you do at a size, at a scale, is done by the other versions of you at smaller and bigger scales.
A general alert to all lighthouses. Lighthouse keepers, make sure your lights are shining bright. I repeat, a lone boat has gone out into the storm.
So obviously, as everything is replicated inside and outside of the room, there are huge versions of every object. And what we will expect from the player there is to play with it, check some objects from different angles and at different size, but also to find a way out of the room, more specifically to reach the top of the lighthouse.
By his giant self. Zut! The door was locked. He must have.
So there's a
put the
little
key
surprise here when the first character of the game, the first sidekick, appears.
So this sidekick is, in French we say Bernard l'Hermite, an hermit crab. So this hermit crab is there to symbolize the fear of getting outside. And then what the player will have to do is to reassure the hermit crab by finding specific objects for it.
Yes, so it's the first time the player will really play with the scales to find the right size for each object the hermit crab asks to the player.
So obviously this buoy is much too big for this crab. Then to find the right size one, the player will have to take it from inside the model.
Good. I feel more buoyant already.
So you can see the player like searching everywhere in the room. That's actually one of the fun parts when you open every drawers and look in every cranny and nook of the room. So this works obviously really well in VR, where you have to lean and crouch and open everything, and obviously find keys, like the key to this cupboard. But the key is the handle. There is this clue with the other door, And if the player reminds correctly, he used an anchor before. This is the key. This is what he needs to open this cupboard.
I'll admit, I'm a curious crab asking you all this stuff. Good, but the hat might be just a teeny tiny bit big for me. Show me, show me.
Then, like for the bureau, the player will need to change the size of the hat if he wants to give it to the hermit crab.
So with a Fisherman's Tale, we also wanted to have bits in the game where it's a little bit more character-driven, and the fact that you meet characters that help you and support you in your quest adds a lot of drive and a lot of soul to the game. The cool thing is each character has a really different personality and spin to it.
And each of them is not only a fun sidekick asking you stuff or helping you along your way. Each of them represents a fear, an obsession, something that traps you in this world.
And there is a lot more to discover in the strange world of A Fisherman's Tale. We are now working towards bringing A Fisherman's Tale on the Oculus Quest, and we are super excited to bring the game to this new platform. We have been amazed by how powerful the quest is, and we are putting all our efforts into making the same mind-bending experience with the freedom of quest. As you can see, we did not have to make any compromises, and the untethered ease of playing on Quest feels really great. We can't wait to release the game on Quest, and we hope you will enjoy the adventure of our little fisherman puppet. Bye bye! And greetings from all the Innerspace team in Paris.